Greetings, class. Chris Haskins here with the realestateroundup.com. Thank you for taking the time to hang out with me so I can advance your real estate and / business career. My mission statement is to uplift the financial literacy of my fellow mankind through what? Through real estate investing. And I'm going to start adding / entrepreneurship. So I want to, because real estate is nothing but a business. So as I'm learning, I'm like, real estate ain't nothing but another business. It's just a business. So take a few seconds, guys. I got to always ask you, you got to ask for the sale. My brother said, you got to ask for the sale. Subscribe to my channel. Go down below. I'm going to bring you some unbelievable information today. Our training is going to be how to hire people in your real estate business, how to hire people for $1 an hour. How are we going to hire people for $1 an hour legally? I'm going to get right into it. Today, I'm going to be focusing on content. I'm going to break down some moving parts, but you got to let me work it though. You got to let me work it a little bit. It's going to take me a few minutes to get into you. All right, the reason this came to my mind because yesterday I was out looking at houses with a coaching client, and he was talking about how he didn't have the time and he didn't have the money to hire somebody to help him in his business. And I'm like, dude, it's $1 an hour. Who can't afford $1 an hour, right? If you can't afford $1 an hour to pay somebody, you need to get out of this business or get out of any business, to be honest with you. So how do we hire people for $1 an hour? I'm a 1980s growing up kid. You know, I grew up in the 80s with Back to the Future and all that good stuff. 80s / 90s. And right around the 80s turning into the 90s, I noticed that a lot of factories were shutting down. People were losing their these call center jobs were shutting down where people were taking calls. The big ones were like MCI and AT&T, where they just where the phone companies you call them up, and then you'd call them up, and one day you'd be talking to an English-speaking person, or let's say an American. Then you'd call them up to talk about your phone bill, because you probably were charged for long distance at that time. I'm dating myself. Good God, I'm dating myself. Let me work it. You were being charged long distance, and you probably got slammed, and you wanted to find out which long distance company you were with back then. And then all of a sudden you call up and the person would say, hello, how may I help you today? I am trying to talk to you today about your telephone bill. You're like, what in the heck? Guy, I'm calling India. All of a sudden you're switched from calling people that are in America. Now you're calling people that are in India. And I'm going to break some numbers for you today. I'm going to shatter it. You will be able to hire people for your business after this training today. You will be able to afford it. So back in the day, the 80s, 90s, a lot of these businesses were shipping their call centers overseas, right? Why? I'm glad you asked. The exchange rate has just been very favorable to the US dollar, the American dollar, right? And once again, it's just me in here. It's just me and Billy in here today. I hope Billy will let me teach today. He kind of cut into our training the other day with his barking. Let's see if we can bring Billy up. He's going to be my co-worker for today, my worker. He helps me put these videos together. So the exchange rate, I'm going to give you today's exchange rate so you can only imagine what it was back in the 80s and the 90s, right? So today, if we were to ship our business over there, let's say every US dollar, in the Philippines today, we got 53 pesos for $1 American dollar. So I'm not sure what the minimum wage here is. I think it's around $8 or something like that. So what is it, my next one? This Philippines, Pakistan. The reason I'm going to bring these three up here is this is where I've hired people personally. So work with me here. Just hang out with me. I got to work it. Pakistan rupees, 121 rupees for $1. And then I got Indian rupees. You got 167 rupees for $1, right? So every dollar you spend, you're going to capture 67 rupees over in India. Now, real estate and all business in general, class, is global, especially real estate. And I know when I first heard this concept back when Larry Goins was teaching it back in the day, it took me a while to grasp it because we all have been trained and beat in our head, right, that real estate is very local. Well, the actual product is local, but the product is only one part of real estate. Getting the house is, the house is way down the line. You've got to locate the property. You've got to put the money together. You've got to negotiate. You've got to locate the seller. So much, and the distress seller, so many things can be done globally for real estate, just like those call centers. So, and I'm gonna get to what I hire people to do, to how I train my virtual assistant. This is something, well, they're called virtual assistants. So we want to use people in other countries to work for us here right in America, and it's called a virtual assistant. Virtual assistant, and I'm going to use the short term, the acronym VA. That's what we in the business, we just call them, hey, you got a VA. So VAs can work for 53 pesos, that's $1. 53 pesos over in the Philippines is good money. It's good money. Let me read to you from, according to, and I got this from Exchange Rate. According to payscale.com, an entry-level tech support specialist based in the Philippines, this is right here, can earn anywhere from $4,487 US dollars per year. Per year. And you tripping trying to make $4,000 a month. Good God, I wish I had somebody to give me some help with this one. $4,000 a year. So you can do the math. Do you think you can afford to pay somebody $53 53 pesos across seas, which equals $1? So we're hiring people. They will be happy to get 53 pesos to do some work for you. Okay, so we're going to pay them $1, and the exchange rate is where we capture our labor. This is why it's so scary. I call it people living in the Jurassic area, in the Jurassic era. If you're worried about hours for dollars, you are in trouble. People are making money just like in the click of a finger. I promise you, selling products. I sell books and tapes, and we can get, I'm going to show you how we get work done in an instant. My work is getting done for me overnight. So when I wake up, I get an email, all the work is done. All the work is done. So entry-level technical support representatives can earn $4,000 a year. If you made that in America, you'd be dead, right? You'd be below poverty line. So I'm going to show you how we're going to put this together. I'm going to actually give you some websites to go to hire these people. Now, you can do your own research to find out how much 53 pesos will buy over there in the Philippines, or how much 121 rupees will buy. But the conversion is here. I'm doing it. What I want to do is just open your mind up so you can start thinking about how you're going to put your business together and make this thing work for you. Because I promise you can afford $1 an hour. So over there, if they're used to getting $4,400 a year, so we want to listen. We're going to fit right into their system. So how do we take advantage of this? How do we take advantage of this? We go to the websites I'm going to give you, and they may change from time to time, but the first website I'm going to give you is guru.com. Guru, Guru.com. Next one is Fiverr. Oh, guru.com. You're going to fill out, create an account, and you can hire anybody you want to hire. Fiverr, Fiverr.com. Fiverr.com is another one where you can get people to, you can literally pay them $5 to do something for you. They're all over the planet. And the reason I'm doing Philippines, Pakistan, and India, I want to tell you that those are where I have hired people personally. And it can get challenging with the communication barrier because not everybody speaks good English. That's why I like the Philippines, because they have actually good English communicating skills. And the one that I really like the most and that I use the most is Upwork. Upwork.com. And this Fiverr, I think it's either one V or two V's, but you can look that up on your internet there. How do we take advantage of this? We go here, we put our ad out. I hired somebody the other day to help me do a new intro. It was $15. I paid him to do it. I had 17 applicants wanting to work for me. 17, all of them out of the country. They're in the Philippines. They're all over. You name it. Bangladesh. Good God, they're everywhere. So what can we get? What can us as real estate investors get these virtual assistants to do for us? How do we money? You say, Chris, how in the hell am I going to get a VA to work for me when I'm doing real estate? Well, let me tell you exactly what I do, what I get them to do for me, and then just the spectrum of what you can do. Virtual assistants, they can take phone calls. You can give them a script. They can ask the questions to your sellers. They can make phone calls. Say you got a motivated seller or somebody wants you to sell your house. They can call that seller to get all the pertinent information, the loan amount, the address, how much they owe, what is the monthly payment, how many months are you behind, beds, bathrooms, what repairs does it need, why are you selling, when do you need to sell. They can ask them all that crap so it doesn't sit you on the phone for hours asking that stuff. We don't want to do that. We want to be out doing deals. Find the two goals that real estate investors have to do is look for houses and look for money. That's what I'm doing all the time. Looking for houses, looking for money. All right. So if I'm talking to a person, I don't know if they're motivated or not until I get all that data. So the virtual assistant, the VA, let me put that here. The VA can do all that for you. And what I really like for them to do is get data. I get sick and tired of scrubbing the internet for data, right? I'm big on foreclosures and / pre-foreclosures. I love foreclosures because I personally love the intensity when the house is going to foreclosure next week. It makes my seller very motivated to deal with me. And I love it, especially because I know that I can stop any foreclosure anytime, anywhere in America, even if it's the same day. I remember we stopped the foreclosure 2 hours before the sale. It's just a beautiful thing. If you want to learn how to do that stuff, I can teach you all that in my inner circle. We can get into that. But how I use in foreclosures, I hire my virtual assistant to scrub all the foreclosures that are coming up in auction in my city. So they send me a nice spreadsheet. I'll see if I can give you a snapshot of what the spreadsheet looks like right there on the screen. So I get the address, seller's name, the date of the original loan, because the foreclosure, all the lender is doing is trying to get their money back, right? The date of the original loan and the date of the auction, right? That's the first information that I need before I can do anything. So I'll show you the spreadsheet there. It comes to me in a nice spreadsheet. Years ago, I used to just get the newspaper and scrub all this stuff personally. I get sick of it. You got dozens and dozens of foreclosures coming out every day, right? I don't want to be sitting around. I need to be out there doing deals. I'm an expert. I want to be in the fast lane. I need to be in the fast lane. Now, if you're a newbie, you're starting out, you need to do your own foreclosures, locate them yourself, and we can help you do that as well. Just shoot us an email if you're interested in some type of support. We can show you how to find the foreclosures right in your city. They're right there. They're all advertised, and I can show you how to find them. We do it all around. We do it all over the country, actually. But I need you to learn how to do it first. We can teach you how to find them, but then pass that on to your virtual assistant for $1 an hour. And they can give you, I pay $5 a week, and I get every foreclosure in my entire area emailed to me in a spreadsheet for $5. Can you afford $5 an hour? Yes, I think you can. All right, so it's something we need to do, but it doesn't happen overnight. First of all, you got to figure out how to find them. Then you have to, get the spreadsheet set up. You have to be able to communicate with your employee, or I'm gonna call them employee because they're not employee. Back up on that one. We don't have any employee. This is your contract labor. Your contract labor, you're gonna pay them per service. Whatever that service is, you pay for, it's done. So that was your training today, guys. I know I kept it kind of short, but we need to get you thinking about real estate is global. Real estate is global. How are we going to hire people for $1 an hour? I promise you can do this. If you need assistance, just email us and we'll reach out to you, do a consultation, whatever we can do for you to help you. Chris Haskins with therealestateroundup.com. If this information has helped you, please share it. And also comment below how we can do better and what websites you would recommend for virtual assistants. And take a few seconds just to subscribe to my channel. If you've got anything more to add about virtual assistants, please add it. I'm an amateur when it comes to this internet stuff. I'm more of a real estate guy, but I have to learn. Being an entrepreneur, you have to know multi-facets of business, taxes, accounting. You got to know the inner workings of your business. Where in my case, it's real estate. You got to know contracting, how to put loans together, how to manage the money. So much stuff. It never stops. That's why I want to keep you coming back to the roundup so I can keep pouring into you. I want to pour into your soul. All right, Chris Haskins, Real Estate Roundup. I'll see you next time, guys. Peace.